But what was your perspective and your experience on UCLA, Debbie?
I loved it. I had such a good time. I loved the dorms. I loved my teammates. I would walk down to Pauley Pavilion and watch all the basketball games, all the volleyball games, going to the Rose Bowl, football games. I loved, I think I felt like I got, I was a public school student from kindergarten through college, and loved being a Bruin. Couldn't have asked for more. The challenge, if I said like the downside of the UCLA experience is, you get thrown in as a freshman into, Econ 101 with 400 people, and it is a sink or swim kind of school. And I just remember seeing those supply and demand curves, and we didn't have economics in our high school, and sort of being like, what is this? And how I need some, it was 400 people. And so it was definitely, you had to kind of, if you were needed to figure something out, you had to go figure it out. Nobody was going to help you. And I think for some sense, that's a good thing. It makes you a little more resilient, and you gotta figure out how to make it. But it was a little intimidating once in a while in terms of just, smaller private school. You're going to have so many people help. We all know how that works. It's a very different type of situation. So, but I loved it. I just absolutely loved it.
Wow, that sounds amazing.
I want to go back. I'm jealous. My daughter is just going through the college acceptance process. I'm like, you're going to love it. I'm so jealous. You're going to have such a good time.
Well, again, shout out to UCLA and the Bruin family. I know they watching this would love to hear your story and can relate to some of your experiences as well. What dorm did you stay in on campus when you were there?
Stayed in the oldest one, unfortunately, Dykstra, which was ancient when I was there. I certainly hope they did something to fix it up, because it was, but it was fun. It was right on the edge of, right at Bruin Walk, and loved it. Back then, they've done a ton of more student housing now, so I'm sure it's very different. Then there was such a shortage. They literally were putting 3 people in 2-bed dorm rooms because they just didn't have enough. But it was a great time.